Hello. Online online classes to become third revision class 3 subject auditing presentation are doing by Vinay Kumar Sri, Assistant Professor, SVS College, Bantwal, Dakshina Kannada 574211. So today's online classes we are going to give a more importance to internal check. Internal check, it is one of the topic, so you may expect the questions in examination. Basically, the internal check means practically a continuous internal audit carried on by the staff itself, by means which the work of each individual is independently checked by other members of the staff. Even though there are number of definition given by the experts, according to Spicer and Pegler, internal check is an arrangement of staff duties whereby no one person is allowed to carry through and record every aspect of transaction. So let us discuss the objectives, or even though you call as aims of internal check. The first one is a proper division of work. Proper division of work is the work among the members of the staff based on each individual's qualification, training, experience, ability, etc. So it increases the efficiency of the staff members, and also it brings about the economy in the work. The second one is a minimization of errors and frauds. The another objective of internal check is to minimization of errors and frauds. It is a proper system of internal check aims at minimization of errors, frauds and irregularities. It ensuring that no one person does any single task from the beginning to the end, and also it exercising the moral pressure over the staff members. The next objective is early detection of errors and frauds. Here, the early and easy detection of errors and fraud is made possible by ensuring that no one person does any single task from the beginning to the end. One person is independently checked by another person, and each person is responsible for each detail of the work done by him. The next one is early preparation of final accounts. It is also the another objective of internal check. Here, the facilitate the early preparation of final accounts by ensuring that the accounting system provides complete, regular and reliable account. Simplification of external auditor work. It also aims the simplification of work of an external audit. When there is an efficient system of internal check in operation in an enterprises, the external auditor need not undertake a detailed examination of each and every transaction. Internal check regarding cash sales. So this is one of the topic you may expect for a 10 marks question. Here, under the internal check regarding cash sales, you are going to add a number of information that relates to the daily cash sales. There are many chances of fraud and deflection of cash sale proceeds. So there should be an efficient system of internal check to reduce the scope for fraud, deflection of cash sales proceeds. So internal check for cash sales at the counter. So this is the topic maybe supporting the check regarding cash sales. Here, under the counter, each section are also called as a counter. There must be a separate salesman who should be an independent charge of his section. So every counter salesman must be identified by a number or by initial. So the cash memo book provided to the different counter salesmen must be of different color for easy recognition. Even though internal check for sales by traveling salesman and also internal check as regards cash purchase. This is also the topic relates to internal checks regarding cash purchase. There should be a proper system of control in regard cash purchase, so only the required purchase are made for cash. The purchase department must maintain a list of approved suppliers from whom goods can be purchased. The next one is internal check as regarding wages. Here, the every manufacturing concern where a large number of workers are employed and huge amounts are spent on wages, there are greater chances of errors and frauds regarding wages. Namely, the time records may be incorrect, and as a result, the workers get wages for the time for which they have not worked. The rates of wages may be overstated, or the hours of work may be overstated. Next one is internal check regarding stores. Here also we are mentioning the stores are vulnerable to leverage, theft, waste, misuse, etc. Particularly in large industry concerns which has large stores. So there must be a proper system of internal check for stores. Such general guidelines are the store should be located at a convenient place. The stores should have proper storage facility so that goods may be not be misplaced, wasted, or stolen. You are also expecting the number of questions towards internal check. So maybe the questions are: suggest a suitable system of internal check for cash sales or cash purchase. Even though you can expect the suggest suitable system of internal check for wage payments, and also you may expect the questions like suggest suitable system of internal check for stores of a manufacturing concern. Move on to the next chapter, that is vouching. So revision class towards vouching and verification. So basically we are familiar with vouching. Under vouching, the examination of the evidence offered in substantiation of the entries in the books that no entries have been omitted from the books. So here vouching is a potent tool in the hands of an auditor to check the accuracy of the various transactions recorded in the books of account. According to Tyler and Perry, the examination of the evidence offered in substantiation of the entries in the books, including in such examination the proof so far as possible that no entries have been omitted from the books. So even though the Ronald A. Irish is also telling vouching is a technical term, refers to inspection by the auditor of documentary evidence supporting and substantiating transactions. Activities involved in vouching. There are numbers of activities involved in vouching, like checking of the entries in the books of original entry with the relevant documentary evidence or vouchers, going behind the books of accounts, that is tracing the source of the entries in the books of accounts or the source of the transaction. Another activity is routine checking, that is checking of the arithmetical accuracy of the entries in the books of original entry. So vouching of cash book. Vouching of cash book, it is also called as vouching of cash transaction. There are two main objectives of system of cash control. The first is to ensure that all the receipts of the business from all sources are accounted. Therefore, every precaution should be taken by means of internal check to make it as difficult as possible for the receipts to be misappropriated. The main objective of vouching of cash transactions are to ensure that all the receipts of cash are duly accounted for, to see all the receipts and payments of cash are actually and properly recorded. Anyway, we move on to the watching of cash receipts. So watching of cash receipts means watching of cash receipt transactions or watching of the receipt side or debit side of the cash book. Even though you may find the errors and frauds in regard of cash receipts, the following are the some of the errors and frauds, like cashes may not be recorded in the books and the cash may be misappropriated, even though the cash sales may be under recorded and the difference in the amount may be misappropriated. So next move on to the watching of a cash payment. So watching of cash payment, it is the right hand side of the cash book. So means watching of cash payments or watching of payment side or credit side of the cash book. Here also the various types of errors and frauds that are possible as regards cash payment. Maybe fictitious payments may be recorded in the books and the amounts may be misappropriated. Check may be forgotten. And also vouchers for payments already made may be used again to support further payments. Dummy workers may be included in the wages sheet and the amounts misappropriated. So next topic is verification. So verification, it is also the part of an auditing. So under the verification, you may find the number of information towards assets and liabilities. So verification of assets and liability is a part of a verification. So providing the truth or confirmation of the truth, and also called as verification means establishing whether the actual facts are in alignment with those asserted or represented. So the verification of assets and liabilities means providing the truth about the existence and the correctness of the money values of the assets and liability. The main objective of the assets and liabilities are to find out whether the assets and liability shown in the balance sheet is actually exist, to confirm the position and ownership of the assets appearing in the balance sheet, and also to find out whether there is a proper classification of assets and liability. Anyway, the next topic is verification of assets. According to Spicer and Pegler, they say the verification of assets implies an inquiry into the value, ownership and title, existence and possessions, and the presence of any charge on the assets. The verification of assets involves comparing the ledger accounts of the assets with the balance sheet, verifying the existence of the assets as on the date of balance sheet, inquiring into the ownership of the asset, and also ensuring the assets are free from encumbrance, that means charges. The objective of the verification of assets to find out the existence of the assets, to find out the ownership and title of the assets, to verify whether the assets in the balance sheets are properly classified. The next topic is verification of liability. The verification of liability is the process of confirming the nature of the liability and the existence of their amounts as shown in the balance sheet. In other words, verification of liability is the process by which the auditor satisfies himself that all the liabilities of the business are included in the balance sheet. Verification of liability includes comparing, ensuring, ascertaining, and also ensuring the recorded liabilities have been incurred for the legitimate operations of the business, ensuring that there is a proper classification of a liability. Thank you, Ananda.